Girl, starting early. Starting early.
2 seconds into the show, it's Tighten Up Tuesday, and I'm uncomfortable. My name's Chris Denman. I'm in St. Louis. That's B-Phlat. She's in Philadelphia. She's here to fix shit and make it fly. It's the funniest DIY show that you're ever going to see. We're here every Tuesday on the Two Funny Mamas YouTube channel. B-Phlat, comedian out of Philadelphia. She's here to show you the flyest ways to flip your house, to flip the crafts. That's key. She's the engineer / dance team for the evening. Grace is off. Look at them go. If you want to dance tonight, if you want to help B-Phlat dance, you can cash app her. Oh my goodness. We've got a big show ahead. Thank you to all the Picassos for tuning in. Everybody's dancing. Everybody's having a good time in the live chat already. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I assume it's going to involve some smoke, maybe a little bit to drink. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. B-Phlat, what is happening?
Jane fueling up.
Jane is embarrassing Chris 2 seconds into the show.
She's beating the heart. Fueling up. They got a long way to go. It's a long show. It's a long night show.
Key's gonna let you keep dancing. She'll leave that music playing. Oh my goodness. How are you, B?
I'm good. Happy Tuesday to you.
Happy Tighten Up Tuesday to you. Flat Out Funny is where you can find B on Instagram. Give her a follow. I'm actually going to put a link in the live chat, and I'm going to remind you all throughout this. There is a clip on B's Instagram that you need to make go viral. It's got a bunch of views already. It's B dancing, showing the history of Soul Train in just a quick reel. Let's make that clip blow up. If you haven't yet, share it to your story on Instagram. I'll put the link in the live chat here in a second. But B, you did great work. More people need to see it. Oh, you're gonna do your own version. This was off the top of her head. B and Yamanika and Andre filled in for Kym and Sherri on Two Funny Mamas. B said that this was one version of Soul Train, and then there's another version of Soul Train. And it was the history of Soul Train. It's a great clip. Go share it from her Instagram. It's so funny.
Thank you, Chris, for putting that together. I like how you added a little pointer sister in on it, and
have to throw you some help here and there.
Dances with the tight dresses on, you found the perfect. It was so funny. I watched it 1,000 times yesterday.
Isn't that funny how one picture or one little?
It's so funny that how you put it together.
Yeah, but it adds to it. You were the anchor of it, but it is wild what a few little references can do for. Oh my God, she nailed it.
You nailed it, Chris. You nailed it with putting it together. So it's funny, and I appreciate it. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate you. I'm ready to flip shit and make it fly. What's happening? You need to say some thank yous up top.
I do, but I always like to welcome everybody to the show. My first time viewers, people that don't know what we're doing on this live BIY podcast, courtesy of all my Picassos. As you can see, I have on Maya's shirt. I'd like to just thank everybody that watches every week. They watch to learn shit. I'm getting a lot of great feedback, so I appreciate that. People are always like, oh, I love this. I love how you did the packing demonstration. Love how you're showing how to organize things. So it's funny, I'm getting a lot of good responses in terms of what people want to see. So it just helps me produce the show, and I'm being less stressed, Chris. I love that. People are really falling in and helping me out. So I was able to cook 2 meals today on Taco Ball Tuesday.
It is Taco Ball Tuesday.
It ain't Titty Burger no more. It's just it's back to Taco Ball Tuesday.
Okay.
I was able to have dinner, with Dennis and just kind of relax and still pull this together and post. You see, I was getting posting done. I've been on top of it. So I'm just trying to reel it all in with all that I do. But I'm getting better balance. So with all that being said, all of that I have to give my credit to my wonderful assistant, Daphne, because I couldn't get
Daphne
done if it wasn't for her. She's so super organized and such a beautiful person in spirit. And of course, shout out to Lauren, my soror, for these 3 dope songs.
The best.
They're timeless and priceless. So I totally appreciate her. Oh, we had a wonderful Zoom last. Ours beef. That's a tongue twister. Brief and Bake. And for those of you that don't know what the Brief and Bake is, it's a private Zoom meeting with me, and I pick people kind of at random. I'm actually on my day oneers. I'm on group 2 now. But last week I met with day oneers. It was really nice. And it's so funny. I just want to give a shout out to Miss Ethel, because after the Brief and Bake, I got this. I mean, right before the brief and bake started, Chris, you remember I had to show everybody my package that came from Miss Ethel.
Oh
And
my goodness.
Ethel G in New York. And I was like, when I went to pick it up, I was like, damn, did this come from Zamunda with all of these stamps on it? And I was like, wow, somebody sent me something from Africa. But it came from New York. But she's so sweet. But see, that's what I like about older people. They are very resourceful.
They'll make it
She
happen.
felt like, well, you be trying to charge me for all of what this costs and weighing it, put all these stamps on it, and then it only costs $4 extra to send it. So you know I'm cutting this out and putting it in the scrapbook.
It's its own work of art.
Yes, it's 38 stamps on here, and they're all Star Wars. So I was like, oh, that's dope. I'm gonna cut this out and put it in the scrapbook. But guess what came in it? It was a gift for me and Dennis.
That's
For our
nice.
anniversary, she sent us a heating pad. She must know I need this from dancing all the time. Put on my back. Dennis is always sore from personal training. So now we have two, and we don't have to keep sharing it. She sent that for us, and she's just a sweet person. She sent him a nice shirt for his anniversary. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
It's like an Army fatigue t-shirt. So thank you, Miss Ethel G. You know, I
People
already
are
got
so
a card out.
kind.
Yeah, she sent 2 nice cards. It's funny, like a his and her robe on the front.
Oh wow.
Yeah, nice card.
If only you two wore clothes in the house.
Right, but we need the robe in case
You
we
got
walk
it.
past.
Got it.
Right,
Yeah.
we walking past the window.
If
And
it's
then
if it's school bus pickup time. Got it.
exactly twice a day. She sent the DYK for this week also. She wrote it out on a little card for me. So
I love it.
yes, I love Miss G. I'm gonna have like when I get to New York, I'm already planning to have like a little meet up with her to have like a little brunch tea or something somewhere in Harlem.
I don't
Yep.
doubt it for a minute that you will be
You know
next. There will be a podcast episode where you have photos of your high tea. Mhm.
You know it. And then I got this in the mail today from Tanya Prince. She's so sweet. It says, "Hey B, this is for you to see. I mean, for you to use however you want. Picasso love." She sent a gift card, a Visa gift card. Yeah, and a nice card. See, Chris, ain't nothing but love. So all these things that I get, like I forgot to show this gift. I got this dope Paul Mooney coaster as
Look
a
at
gift.
that.
Isn't that nice?
Mm-hmm.
Someone gave this to me in Martha's Vineyard. I totally forgot all about it because I've been using it, keeping my wine glass on it. So
You got to keep that full.
yeah. Well, no, I had enough. It was half full. I've been drinking on it since like 7 o'clock. I've been down here getting organized and stuff. I'm not getting no more wine. I left my water bottle upstairs in the freezer. I'm at the text Dennis and tell him bring it down. What he
You
gonna
can-
do is he gonna bring it down and say, I left it at the bottom of the steps in the corner over there. But like he's not gonna come in here. He'll probably leave it in the corner.
That's
know him.
hilarious. I was like, if you need to go grab it, go grab it.
No, it's all the way upstairs. I normally keep it in my little refrigerator here. I ain't run all the way up the steps and come back. Nope. I'll be all right. I'll just sip on my wine slowly in case I get thirsty.
Okay. Good
Like
looking
Jesus,
out.
all you eat is bread and wine.
That's what your water was, and you turned it into a glass of wine.
I turned it into a glass of wine, exactly. So, shout out again to the Brief and Bake. That was so wonderful. I'm looking forward to the one coming up next Wednesday. I'm so learning how to work technology, Chris. Yeah, I did the
Logan.
screenshot.
You have Logan's.
Logan, yes, I was like, Logan, he looked it up. But I wrote it down, and now I remember how to do it because I put it in my notes. But I just wanted to make sure I gave a shout out to, you see Daphne jumped on. That's if people.
Oh,
I don't know
Daphne did jump on.
yeah, Daphne jumped on, and we had Mark on there.
Now I didn't notice Mark on the brief and bake. He was
Is
kind
that
of
right?
quiet.
You think he always adds to the fun? We got
I love it.
in the middle, and Monica LeGrand next to her. At the top of that is Kimberly Keels, and then there's me. We got Danielle Murray, and it was so fun. And we were on for like 2.5 hours, and it's only supposed to be an hour, but we go in deep, and we just had a good time. Chris, you had to leave, and we were like, okay, Logan, we're getting off. And then 30 minutes later, we were like, okay, Logan, we're getting off. And we didn't get off. but we had a good time. So I just love meeting everybody, and I'm hoping that for the one on the 19th, I hear from these people because I still haven't heard from. I think I haven't heard from Tanya. Oh, it's funny. I just got something in the mail from Tanya Prince, so hopefully Tanya can join us. Tanya in Jacksonville. Hopefully you'll be joining us. I need to hear. Let me see what time. Maybe she did. Oh, Tanya is joining us. I'm sorry, I checked her off. Let me open my paper up. I didn't hear from Lynn yet, or Denisha, or Kamisha Lockhart. I haven't heard from Jules and Ja, Fab 540, or Pete Talbot. If I don't hear from you soon, you know I'm gonna throw somebody in. I'd like to hit them up and surprise them with that Zoom link instead of announcing it on the on the next show. But I may do that. It just depends. But anyway, don't forget, it's supposed to be 9 people on. I'm always looking for that 10th person. And you know that 10th person has to show me that they bought a Picasso shirt like Maya's shirt, like mine. Let me I'm about to put my seat up a little higher. I might have to just let my feet swing, Chris. Because I want everybody to see that I finally have on Maya's shirt. So, if you take a picture with the shirt and you send it to me, I will throw you on the brief and bake because it is private invite. And like I said, do not be sending the link and the invite to other people.
Irina wants in on another brief and bake.
I got you, Irina. I got you. It's 2 people that hit me up already that asked to be on, and I am going to grant them their wish. One of them's birthday is coming up soon. I don't want to give it out just yet. I'm going to wait till next week. They know who they are. So I said, yes, you can be on the brief and bake. And, just hit me up. I don't want it to get too crowded, but if people don't show up, if people don't respond, I don't mind filling it in because I like to meet people and we just like to have a good time. So there you have it. Moving on. Chris, I'm having a flash.
It's
but I ain't got yet. Because you know why? I'm coming up on the 60th episode. We're 3 episodes away, Chris. November 1st will be the 60th episode. And you know how we do every 20 episodes? We have a party. So I'm throwing it out there. And maybe by the end of this show, once I throw it out there, Chris, you can let me know some responses. I want to know what people think we should do in terms of a contest. Because remember how we set it off with Joanna? We had people kind of tell us what their favorite episode was and what it is that they do DIY. And I don't want to get in all that. I want to try and keep it simple so people can think of something. And it's more or less the first person that hits me up with something or whatever by the end of the show. Because I want that person to be the feature. I'm going to pick them. They get to be live and co-host. And they get to show us their great backdrop.
Could do the top 60 moments.
Yeah, they get to do. They get to come up with the drink special that we're all gonna drink. So I want to get that going. I want to get it going soon, so I can announce somebody, so we can get the drink recipe, so I can post it and put it up, so everybody can be ready.
I love it.
I'd like to give a suggestion. Yeah.
Said this isn't a suggestion, but. Says you look like Miss Cleo with that turban.
I don't care what Mark said. All I know is I'm wrapping my hair up like this because I can't keep putting all that heat in it. I have to leave on Thursday and Friday and do my hair. So I said I'm gonna have to do my hair. I got to throw a perm into this nappy. So I was like, I'm wearing this turban while I'm letting it condition before I throw the perm on it tomorrow.
Of course.
So I think about Mark ass. He always got something to say. That's why I love him. I'm going to start finding him. You know how we're going to find him, Chris, make him pay more in the cash app.
Yeah, it's going to be, it's you're going to start holding him. You're going to start making people hey, we're going to boot you from the live chat unless it's like ransom. Yeah. The Naturally one says B is aging backwards. Launer says sounds like fun. Baby Ruth Candy 85 is in the house. MM's having fun. Looking down thine eyes says, call me now. Oh, call me now. Call me now for your free reading. You got a good Miss Cleo? I I made the mistake of doing that on the radio once, and we made it into a drop.
That's funny.
And it sounded, it almost sounds Irish.
What almost sounds Irish?
The accent that I tossed out for Miss Cleo at the time.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, Chris.
Yeah, we'll just move on.
We'll move on.
What do you want to jump into, B?
I just noticed you don't have a jacket on today. Interesting. You normally have a jacket on with your t-shirts.
Hair and makeup said no jacket today. That's Key.
So
Key has designated herself hair and makeup.
Yeah, did Key do your little swoop back? It looks nice. It's well organized. She got
No,
you.
I did it. He did a good job on it, though.
Chris,
He did
you
a
put your
great
unit
job.
together. Great.
Can you hear Key?
Yeah,
I heard
I'm muting
Key.
my mouth.
Okay, I
Yeah.
couldn't tell if it was on both channels. Yeah, Key's gonna hit us with another invoice. She's gonna say, "I don't just engineer on that show. She's
Not
like,
with
I
that
do
voice.
hair and makeup."
Call me
Now
now.
she's talking.
Look, call
Yeah,
me now.
exactly.
I was actually looking at you, Chris, and you pulling it together. Well, look like you got your beard cleaned up. You can't even do the baby. You can't even do the S curl anymore because your bang is so long.
The S curl into my mouth.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing with that, but we're gonna wait for the transfer. I told you we're gonna do a frugal flip.
We're gonna do a frugal flip on my jug head. Oh my gosh.
We're waiting for the frugal flip. So give me some suggestions for how I should pick a feature.
Do we have a few ideas? Sorry to interrupt you. I'll put a poll up.
You can put a poll up, and then we can read them, throughout the show. I can get some ideas. I'm going to jot them down, and then I'll throw it out there. Let me throw up my 2 pictures from Cleveland because this tour is coming together. And it's funny. I still don't know where I'm performing at in Orlando. All I know is that the show is sold out.
Taina's living room.
It's funny because whoever's going with me in Orlando, they have to actually go with me physically. So that might be why we didn't get the flyer to post for Orlando, because the space that we're performing in is already full with all
That's awesome.
local and everything. It's like it's sold out. So anyway, Keith, throw that picture back up because I want people to know I am not starstruck, but I'm starstruck when it comes to politics. So it's funny when I got a chance to meet Nina Turner because she came on stage and I walked straight up to her. I was like, hell yeah, I got to take a picture with you. I was like, I always see you on CNN because she's like a news commentator, but a lot of people don't know her. Bernie Mac wouldn't even be on the map if it wasn't for Nina.
Wow.
And yes, she's instrumental in all of that. Black Lives Matter, Bernie, just everything. She was former Senate representative in the Senate for the 25th district in Ohio.
Wow.
So she is dope, and she always got like tight glasses on, and she's just super smart. She's a professor. She's just dope. She's a professor. She's just super smart. She's always on CNN as a political contributor, and I love her. So I got to take a picture with you. And then of course we found out that Kim Coles will be joining us on the tour. She surprised us and jumped up and opened up and did her thing, and then let us go up and do our thing. So that's Vanessa Fraction, me, and Kim Coles. So it's,
you all look great.
And she's just like her personality, Sinclair, on the show in Living Single. She's so sweet. I met her so long ago, she didn't remember, which is fine. But then once she saw me, she's like, oh, now I remember. But she couldn't stay the whole time. She had to leave. But she is joining us on the rest of the Get Out and Vote tour.
That's awesome.
I posted the Atlanta flyer today. So I'm just telling people, make sure you scan it because Atlanta is at one of the locals in their auditorium. And we're actually going to have like music and it's going to be nice. This one was really nice, but it was in the theater. And actually they gave out a free ticket and popcorn and a drink. So it was really nice. And they just had like a speaker playing like one song. I said, if y'all play that damn song one more time, I'm going to kick that thing. And then I was about to kick the thing. And I was like, oh shit, that's my phone recording my show. I was like, where's the thing for me to kick? I was about to kick this thing. And I realized it was my phone. I said, I don't want to hear This Girl Is on Fire. They played it for everybody that came on stage.
Oh no.
I know. I said, if y'all don't turn that song off, I don't want to hear This Girl. So in Atlanta, they already asked me what music I wanted and all this stuff. My wine with salad dress. So Atlanta's going to be off the chain. I already know. Because, Atlanta, that's how they do. They're going to have a DJ.
Got to play Chromeo the whole time.
Yeah,
of course.
So they said it's already packed. but you can still get tickets. And remember, it's free. All of these shows on this Get Out to Vote tour are free. So get tickets, scan the code, show up, come meet me. Wear your shirt, stand out, wave something so I can meet you. You know how I do. So other than that, what else do I have to do? Oh, let me give a quick shout out. I got 2 Cash App shout outs real quick before you throw up Sharice's Picasso. She a true Picasso. She swagged in all of it. I got to give a shout out really quick to Jamila T. She sent me a Cash App talking about restitution for the state of B-Phlat. Because you know I'm doing a Jane Tubman. So she sent me restitution for the state of B-Phlat. See what I'm talking about? And shout out to Carletta Spetco. You know I love her.
Big
She
fan.
sent me cash. Yes, for just, she's like, always being true to who you are. Don't ever change. Like a long note in Cash App. It was so cute. I didn't even know you could write all that long stuff in a Cash App thing, but it was nice. And I just love her. So I appreciate that. Now you can show my girl Sharisa really quick. And she was on on the Zoom. Look at this. I love that.
That's so great.
Got the aprons, which are up and they're $15. And people, look, you can use those aprons for everything: barbecuing, makeup brushes, cleaning house,
Fish Nasty Friday.
gardening, Fish Nasty Friday. Yes, and just
Yeah.
wear the apron.
You get a salmon in each pocket.
That's all you do. And then while you cooking, you have your utensils right here and all the stuff that you need and your hand sanitizer. Fish Nasty Friday. But believe me, go and get your Fruity Flip apron. But I love that Sharisa got everything. Shout out to D-Mac. She got the smokers, the Picasso shirt. She's on it. So
Look at,
I
and you
look
even
forward-
wrote the little note.
what little note?
I see you, Sharisa. Apron
Oh,
and
that's
all.
right. I see you. I see you. She true to it. She ain't new to it. So there you have it. And remember, if you take a picture with your stuff on and send it to me, I would love to add you to the brief and bake. And plus, just post them in general. Because I love everybody to see what the Picasso B-Pack Nation is doing.
Buyjack.com/B-Flat.
You know it's the B-Pack Nation.
Yeah, I'm aware. It goes strong. It goes hard in the paint.
Yes, it does. Well, let me go ahead and read Maya's card really quick. And shout out to Maya, who was on last week.
Hey,
And I guess-
Denjax has a quick message. Hey, B, I sent an email. I sent an email that confirms that I will be there on the 19th. I will rescind the email ASAP.
Well, Denisha, let me go ahead and check you off right now as a yes. I had you highlighted in yellow on my paper. I got you. Because I want to make sure I send everybody the link. It's already been set up. So, yeah, Lynn, Kamisha Lockhart, Jules and Job, Fab 540, and Pete Talbot. I would love to hear from you if you would like to attend the brief and bake. Let me go on and jump into Maya's card. As I was saying, Chris, you know, this is how I go from 32 to 53.
The Guiding Light Guru, who, if you missed it last week, was on
The show, yes. And you know what I like? That people hit me up and tell me that people order things from me. So Maya already hit me up and said she got some orders, just like
that's
Joy
great.
and Angel hit me up to tell me people ordered some of their resin things.
Mhm.
This is a marketplace. That's why I love to feature people and do the 20th so we can go back and reflect and let everybody see what people was doing and still let them market their stuff. That's what it's for. That's why it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Who sang that song, Chris? Do you know?
Paperboy.
No. Out of Texas.
Texas?
Down with Duro. He's down with Duro. You know who the rapper Duro is?
No.
Sing ice cream, raps Ice Cream Paint Job.
Oh, I know that song. I mean, I guess.
I
No,
forgot to do.
I know that. I mean, I remember that song.
Oh, okay. Well, I forgot who sings that song. I thought maybe you knew. That's why I was asking.
The Ghetto Boys. They're from Houston.
Not the Ghetto Boys. Anyway, let me it's a new young artist, but I know it ain't the Ghetto Boys. I have
Paul.
it on
I don't know.
Chris, I see you. I see you getting your black card status up.
Because I said Paul Wall.
Go, Chris. I see
Okay.
you naming all the Texas rappers.
Yeah.
All right, let me read Maya's card. You know, I have to refocus and get
Please
myself
do.
together.
Let's get it together. Tighten it up.
Do my little zen. Today's card is flow freely. Play with how you do things throughout your day. Release the need to control everything and everyone. Enjoy the process and take it one step at a time. No rush. Just go with the flow.
Love it.
Interesting. I'm working on that because I feel the need to control everything. And when I can't, I just let it go and work on something else that I'm trying to control. And when I can't do that, then I work on something else. And there you go. That's how you do it. Thank you, Maya, for that card. Oh, let me go ahead and I don't want to make sure. You know, I be having a million papers. I'm still a paper person.
You do? You think?
I do, Chris.
Hang on,
but
let me dictate this.
Let you dictate what?
No, that's you. That's what you say. You just say that. You pull out your quill. You stick it.
Oh,
you stick it in a jar of ink, and you say, "Hang on."
You know, I'm looking for shit on my desk, and I thought you was about to dictate something. And you know, I'm so literal. That's why
You
everybody
are.
thinks I'm so funny because I'm so corny. And then I don't never get shit. And I'll be like, "What?" I'll be like, "What they say?" Ooh, I
Yeah.
didn't get it.
Imagine if you were on Saturday Night Live or something. You would just throw.
Oh, I would throw everybody off.
People would be like, if they
And
miss
they
a
would be
line,
like,
and you'd be
"It
like,
hurt."
"That's not what you're supposed to say," and you're like, "You're
Chris,
breaking
that's
character."
That's why I'll be on shit like that. I don't
Right.
audition stuff like that because I know me, and then they'll get frustrated with me, and I know me, and then I'll start cussing somebody out and be like, "That's why I told my manager don't send me on no bullshit like this." I say it all the time, so I know me. I
Yes.
stick to what. Although I work outside of my box, but I don't.
Yeah.
That's like a doctor saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go be a dentist." You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Certain things ain't a fit. You got to know where you fit in. Where you fit in. I know what I can do. Like they say, I'm a jack of all trade, a master of all of them.
That's not the saying.
That's what I say.
Dark and Lovely.
That's what Karen Hunter say.
Dark and Lovely says, "Hey, that's Waka Flocka." Is that who was?
Oh, that might be what. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party, it's a one in the club, something, and no, oh, it's a party. Yeah, that's Waka Flocka.
Waka Flocka
Oh,
Flame.
he's from Atlanta. Oh, Chris, I got a whole, I'm tripping.
Why are you tripping?
Because I got a whole bunch of Cash App dancing to do.
You want to get to it, or you want to jump into something?
No, I am because I'm gonna read my D1K.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna jump into my BIY real quick. You know, I'm keeping it tight. I bet you $5 we'd be on the Herbs and Work by like 10.
It's a tight show. Proud of you for it.
Well, unfortunately, Candace can't be with us tonight. Shout out to Candace Perry. Her mother's in town visiting. So I told her that I could save her for next Tuesday, and she can definitely jump on. And she sent me a whole bunch of really nice shots of all these key chains and this. She has this apparatus that she uses, and I want her to demonstrate it and just show that, and like her jewelry and just a whole bunch of things. She do more than just make wreaths.
Mm-hmm.
She is multi-talented, like the rest of the people that feature on this show. So I want to make sure people catch her.
I wanted to ask
you. I got a little replacement that I want to go. I'm doing a little throwback.
Please do.
You know, I always got something. Like you said, Chris, can't be no dead spots.
Never can. Hey, I've got a surprise, and I hate saying this before it's confirmed, but thinking having Sybil Wilkes sit in with you as co-host in the next few weeks or so. Maybe.
That.
Depends on her schedule. That'd be fun.
I love Sybil, and and she loves me, and I gotta holler at her to make sure she do something. She better flip something.
She takes a lot of. I'm told she takes a lot of photos, so I'm thinking you all do like a DIY, and you can show Sybil a cool way to display some of her photos at her house. I think that'd be great. Play along at home.
Because I'm going to show that in this stack of photos that I have over here that I still need to scan in as I show my first house and how I flipped it. And I was like, I did this really cool thing on going down the steps with photos. So that will be interesting. But yes, let's work that out with Sybil. But before I do anything, first of all, it's a running contest between Miguel, Laura H. Yeah, in terms of who cash apps me first. Laura hit me up way early today at like 12 o'clock, I think.
That works.
Oh, yeah. And then Miguel.
Money spends at 12.
Yeah, no. She got you beat. He normally is the first person to cash app me in the day. He don't even wait for Tighten Up Tuesday. So I just want to let him know. But I got to, of course, give my shout outs to Miguel, Laura, Lena Lovett. Oh, see, I knew I had to. See, Chris, I'm jumping all around. I was giving a shout out to my day oneers, and Lena was on the list. Sandra Glenn, Tanya Matson, Rodell Holmes, Sharon Mason. Remember, I told you, I see y'all. I don't want none of my day oneers to think that I forgot about you. I see you. And Lena just reminded me when I saw her in the Cash App. Verna, Monica, Kathy. Oh, it's a long list. I'm going to keep it rolling, but I'm going to start out with them, and I'm going to keep it moving out. Let me go ahead. Oh, for those 5. Y'all know 5 is my lucky number.
There she goes. And that's what your Cash Apps fuel her dance moves. She's rocking her own gear. Buyjack.com/B-Phlat. Make that happen. Look at B go. Go. Keys dancing behind the engineering suite. You should see her. She is up on top of the desk. It is getting wild behind the camera. B's found a motorcycle. Oh my goodness. We've got all kinds of people commenting. Heaven Sent is in the comments. Missy Shoe, Joy, Bobby V,
Oh, because I be killing it. I think I be killing it.
Bernadette, Kiana, thick vegan Afro, Baby Ruth Candy 85, Ms. Michelle, Joy, Abby Thurlow. Everybody's having a good time. Man, thick
That's
vegan
what's
Afro coming in strong with the dance and the party emojis.
That's
That means
what's up. I
that means
love
she's
that
having a good
people jump
time.
to the Party. I love that the comments be jumping. Everybody is learning stuff.
MM broke a hip redoing your Soul Train moves.
No, he didn't.
Quincy's in the
He
house.
probably
The
threw his
mayor's here.
leg out. Now I can see him throwing his leg out. We are about at that age.
I went to
I'm always throwing my knee out and letting it heal and get back to it.
I missed it. I used to see Mark once in a while, MM, at Helium Comedy Club, and I stopped by there last week. It was very random. Somebody asked me to go, and no MM. He was out there in L.A.
He was with Linnell on the Wheel of Fortune.
He is working his way into
He's
everything.
been in flash rags from the set. I was like, Lord, Mark is doing it. And I'm glad he's taking me with him. He is the ambassador. He's the official ambassador of the flash rags.
I love it.
What? He take them everywhere he go. And he has them on everything, puts them everywhere, and just gets people to get them. So I am thankful and grateful for MM. And he know he welcome at this crib anytime. And I will see him when I get to the loop for the holidays. Him and Quincy, you know we're gonna be kicking it. That's how we do.
Beautiful.
Let me jump into my DYK. And thank you, Miss Ethel G, for this information regarding Garrett Morgan. This brother invented the gas mask along with other things. So let me just go ahead and read a couple things. Garrett Morgan blazed a trail for African American inventors with his patents, including those for a hair straightening product, a breathing device, a revamped sewing machine, and an improved traffic signal. Born in Paris, Kentucky on March 4th, 1877, Garrett Morgan was the 7th of 11 children. His most noted invention, in 1914, Morgan patented a breathing device or safety hood, providing its wearers with a safer breathing experience in the presence of smoke, gases, or other pollutants. Morgan's breathing device became the prototype and precursor for the gas mask used during World War I, protecting soldiers from toxic gas used in warfare. Shout out to that brother. And thank you, Miss Ethel G. NYC in the house for that piece
Looking
of
out for
information.
you.
Yeah, for looking out
That's
for
a
me.
producer credit.
Yes, it is. That's what I'm saying, Chris. They help this job get easier and easier, and I'm just and help me enjoy some time with my husband. Because Dennis about tired of Tighten Up Tuesday all day long on Monday, all day long on Sunday.
When B sends me messages on Monday or Sunday like, oh, just getting stuff ready for the show on Tuesday, I'm like, oh boy, oh,
Exactly.
oh doctor.
It's a process. So I forgot to give a shout out to all the people that have donated so far to Daphne's Frugal Flip, because I'm about to jump in
Oh, that's
to
great.
Frugal Flip. And I normally give them out with the Cash Appers, but let me do that because I'm about to jump in right quick. I'm giving a shout out to, I know I wrote the names down right here from last week. Daphne's Flip, Ruth, Karen Blayton, and Miguel Goico. Sorry about that. Thank you for your donations last week, because right now we're at $182.50. And last week I said our goal was $2,100, and I just upped it to $2,500 even. Because after speaking with Shantae and going over his fee, and remember this includes his fee, our flights, hotel, car, all of that, so that we can go to Daphne's in Dallas and do that. It's an even $2,500 factoring in all of that. So I'm trying to set a deadline to reach this goal. And of course, we're going to get as close as we can by the end of the year, so that we can start booking stuff for March, no later than January. So the flights won't get too expensive and things like that. Because y'all know how the airlines are right now. So I'm trying to set a deadline, and I know it's around Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve. And I love that everybody is giving. But if you have a little to spare for Daphne, please do so. And like I said, we're setting this goal of $2,500 so that we can get there, do her flip, come in, take our 3 days, knock her thing out, come on back and show it on the show, and just provide her with the help that she needs. So like I said, the deadline is like the end of the year. I'm going to maybe extend it into January, seeing where we are, but we're trying to raise $2,500 so that both of us can fly on out there. He can tape it. I'm trying to keep a consistent videographer, and he's available. And y'all see how dope he is with the clips that he provides us every week, and the things that he's putting together to help me get a show. So it's just working out perfect. So he a part of the team. So y'all know we building the nation. He's on the team, and I appreciate that he's taking time away from Afro Channel to do this. So
beautiful.
Anyway, shout out to those people. So let's get that goal going, and let's get it done for Daphne. So my goal is to start showing those drawings as of next week.
Love it.
So now let me go ahead and jump into the DIY really quick before I show some. Oh, I'm sorry. I have, because I'm doing it backwards.
Frugal flip.
Yeah, but I need to show. Well, go ahead and show Tiny.
Hey, how about this? It's your show. Why don't you just jump into whatever you want?
Because the other lady, I'm thinking about when Candace was supposed to, so I flipped some stuff around.
That's okay.
So let me go ahead and show 2 things that I'm going to do when I'm in Orlando.
Beautiful.
Other than one is perform, and let me just show Tina's curtains, because this is what happened from the hurricane. So if Key has that ready. I don't know if people can see that the chain fell down from the ceiling.
Oh.
So if you look at it closely, you can see that chain hanging. She got water damage. So she sent me a video.
Oh, from the hurricane.
Yeah, from the hurricane last week.
Yeah.
And the week before. And the water damage, if you can see that line, see where in her ceiling, it was dripping in there. And she has a towel down there. So she's on the 3rd floor. Obviously, she gets the roof. And I knew it would be a problem. It's so funny. I called and asked her, because her ceiling is made of plaster, so it's really soft. So I'm actually going to go over there on Thursday and fix it, and I'm going to do it live. I'm going to do it live on Instagram.
Are you serious?
Yes, because I want it done right, and it just so happens that I'm going to be in Orlando.
That works out great.
7:30. She already had Saint bring the ladder over there. She texted me. She's like, Saint bringing the ladder back. I was like, good. Make sure you get the glue gun back out.
Oh, that's so great. I love it.
All the stuff that I need. So I told her I'm either going to do it right when I land or after the show. But it's going to get done. Why not? I'm already there. And it ain't going to take nothing but like 30 minutes. So I'm going to do it because I stand by my product.
There will be no broken contracts under the B-Phlat regime.
That's right.
We have people asking.
Yeah, ask what?
You want $2,500 total for Daphne's flip. So where are you at right now?
$182.50.
That's all you've raised?
Yeah, we just started this campaign like 2 weeks ago. Raising money for Daphne's campaign. So we have until the end of the year. I'm trying to get it together.
We need to get Daphne on here.
Yes,
she can explain. She can explain all the hard work she does.
We should. I know she's listening, and that's great.
She's in the chat
because Daphne inherited that house. So she's a busy woman, and her son just had a birthday, and her other son, his leg. I think he broke his leg, and he has to heal from that. So she's doing a lot. I was like, we couldn't even connect because she's like, oh, my son having his 13th birthday party. I was like.
Well,
enjoy it. So.
And on top of that, you've got her and I are doing the co-parenting thing. You're in Philadelphia. I'm in St. Louis. She's in Texas. And we still make it work. We still take care of you. You still
take care of me. Exactly. So the least I can do, Chris, is go and do that for her. And if you need me to come to St. Louis and clean up your backyard and grow you some grass.
Me?
In a couple spots where your dog be at. I'll be coming.
I was going to say, what do you know about my backyard?
I saw your backyard and your little deck.
Which one?
You how many decks you got?
I think there's 3.
Oh, damn. Oh, wow. The ladies, did y'all hear that?
It's on top of a 2-family. It's not a big deal. It's not.
Oh, okay.
The backyard.
How many do you have access to?
3. There's a backyard.
Deck vibing.
It's funny because my place is like 1,200 square feet, and I bet it costs $1 million in Los Angeles to buy a 1,200 square foot house, right?
Oh, bet you do.
And I've got the park in my front yard. I've got a backyard for the dog to play in and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's funny. I think about that a lot. All right, B, what do you got?
I got my DIY stuff I'm going to show people because today I posted some little gift boxes, some little.
You still got a few. You still got your thing to go to, B. Did you? What do we have?
I'm going to do my. Yeah, I'm going to show the video, but when Key gets it up, I'm just popping my. Yeah.
All good.
My stuff. I'm just moving it over here. So, Shantae, you see that I'm doing this flip. How are you feeling? You probably never seen nobody come in and do no shit like this.
That's absolutely right. I've never seen anything like this before.
I'm flipping this. I'm flipping shit. I'm literally took the wheels off of a hair dryer, the casters, and I've already put one on the bottom of this chair. The next project that we're getting ready to start before we actually break for lunch is hanging the curtains here and putting up the brackets and stabilizing the brackets that are actually over the window. We'll also have somebody breaking down the hutch, and we'll have people covering the pillows. Finish up this little project, hang the pictures, call it a day. And then when we come back tomorrow, we'll be finishing up and everything will be coming together. And I'm checking everything off the list as I go down, checking it twice, like a Christmas list. So, Chris, I showed that because I want people to see where their money is going. I pay Shantae to do these little clips. We're on like a little schedule, like a monthly thing. And I love it that he's putting things together so we can start. He's going to help me with the Frugal Flip YouTube page so that we can start posting all these clips. And yeah. And I just love that he loves doing this. So I actually sent the overnight at him. No, I didn't. I forgot. I was about to overnight it till the lady said it cost $40. The drive so that he can work on all the flips. So I sent a 3-day priority. So it'll get there by Friday. So I jumped up here for a quick BIY, and then after this, I got to do a couple Cash App dances before I go into my feature, which is me, of course, since your girl's not here. That's I do, that's I do. So look, Chris, I'm gonna show people a couple things that I forgot to show when I was doing the segment on organization and just how to do things within your drawers. I forgot to show how Dennis uses his old sunglass cases for all his cords. See these? And I was like, oh, that's genius. I was like, I found this in his organized drawer upstairs, but he keeps like extra cords in an old sunglass case. So if you have extra sunglass cases and you lost the glasses or they were like some $5 glasses, you're like, oh well, and you're not replacing them, you can use the case for extra cords or something. So as you can see, that's what we use them for. I'm gonna throw that over there. And I wanted to show people why I collect the Pringle little containers.
Yep.
It's a little container that had like salad dressing in it, syrup containers. These are like, salad dressing. This had the little cinnamon roll glaze in it. I save it for these things, for little pieces and tools, junk stuff like that you organize inside of a toolbox. Or if you have a junk drawer, say you're looking for a whole bunch of bobby pins, safety pins, all the little stuff you throw within your junk, it's easy to find that stuff if you keep them in stuff like this within the drawers. So I just wanted to show people that. And actually next week I'll show one of my drawers that's down at the bottom that I use other than it has a whole bunch of stuff like this in it, and how I have some of these inside of a toolbox for like little screws and little things I just want to keep organized. So that was that. Today I posted what I wanted to show people what you can do with. This is the bottom of a gift box. Like if you get like a necklace or something or a bracelet. This was the box that Lynn, I told you I save everything. This was the box that Lynn sent my cigarette lighter in, the charcoal one. And what I did with those boxes and some duct tape, and this is padding. They came in like a box, and I just realized that padding is perforated. So you can tear it off in strips. If you look at these edges, you can see if it was perforated. And I keep these for this purpose, for like in the shelves if I don't want things to slide, instead of going out to buy contact paper and they're already in a little square. I put them in the drawer as a liner for like when I slide these little plastic things in the drawer, those little recyclable containers. If you don't want them to slide, you can use the padding that comes within TV boxes. This actually was in my Mac computer box. So it's this fancy padding. So I'm going to show you what I did with it. I actually made these little levels. If you don't have extra money and can't buy a spice rack that spins, or don't have an extra piece from your microwave to make make a plate with a spinning spice rack, you can make you different levels, and it's easier to cut them to the shape and the size that you need out of little boxes. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to take these off of here. This was I taped this box and I cut it down, and I actually cut a piece of the padding and put it on top so that the spices won't slide and they can look at that.
Yeah, that's you don't realize it matters until you knock into it and you're cleaning up a.
Mark over here so he can do one of these.
Drop it down. Go down low.
I can't do it. So I actually taped the padding onto the top of the little box with just a piece of just some little clear tape. But I taped the whole little box. So I'm going to show you the other ones. Put the tape on them. This is the top of this gift box. Like that. Look at that. So, and I was like, oh, this is 2 shelves. Why keep the box together? These are 2 levels. So you can make your own little levels for your spice racks just from plain little boxes, or you can use styrofoam You can always cut and tape styrofoam. All you need is some duct tape. I use white. And I'm actually going to, instead of that little spinning thing, I'm going to put that little roller back in the microwave on the second floor kitchen. And I'm going to use this in the one upstairs. But I like how these little levels work. Look at that. And you can just stack them on top of each other if you want them higher. And display all the things that you need to see.
Yes.
Let me move it back. I want to make sure people can see that. So I just stacked one on top of each other. So that's the great thing about learning how to look at the things that you have before you decide to throw something away. I always think about the things that I want, the things that I need, and then the things that I can make before I start spending.
That's smart.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I can make little levels for my shelf, like, and throw these right in there just from some boxes. So, like I said, all I did was take some white duct tape and just taped it right on the box. It's simple. It's simple. And you see, I got this big roll. This is for everything. It's for covering my stairs. I believe in having some duct tape around the house because you can do a lot with it other than tie somebody up.
Wait a minute.
I'm just kidding, Chris. But yeah, so anyway, I didn't use this one as a display, but I'm just telling you, I just hold on to these kind of things because you just never know what you're going to use them for. But I didn't use this one because it's too thin. It's not as wide as the other one. So I was like, oh, it could work, but I just wanted to kind of show all the ones that kind of match and the different levels. So that was it on my DIY.
That is fantastic.
I'm gonna take a picture of this and show on the thing tomorrow what people can do with just some simple boxes, some duct tape, and some padding. If you don't even have the padding, you can just use the duct tape, and you still can, throw your spices on top of it. I wanted Key to throw up that one last photo of a spice rack that I saw was really cute. That's available on Amazon that clips onto your shelf. I think it was like $13, $12.99 or something like that if you want to use a space saver. That was on Amazon. For people that don't want to build stuff and if you got extra money. Yeah. Everybody ain't got extra, but that's a good way. And I thought that was a cute space saver. So I thought I would show that. So with that being said, I'm going to jump right, before I jump into my feature real quick. I got some dances to do, Chris.
You're always at it.
I'm always at it because there's a whole bunch of people cash after me. I'm so blessed.
Well,
let me just turn this back around. I'm blessed. Chris, this is so convenient. Look how I went from display table to
You're
that.
so functional. This is you could do a DIY on how to do a podcast in your space at home.
I want people to be on the lookout for this. I will be posting why we need to start collecting these in different sizes.
I have a couple Altoid 10s that I almost threw away today, and I didn't throw them away. And I was like, I wonder if B would want these when she came in. I'm gonna throw them away, but isn't that random?
I have like nails and like different screw sets and stuff. Headsets, the screw heads, for different screwdrivers in Altoid boxes inside my
That's hilarious.
Toolbox.
Of course you do. Shout out to
Go ahead.
Shout out to Kathy. That is so smart, B-Phlat. You think of things we never knew we needed. I love it.
Oh, thank you. That's what this show is for. I try to it's funny because when I think about everything that's in this house it's definitely organized and it's some sort of flip. So that's why when I go through, even when I open up a drawer and I'd be like, oh, I forgot I did that. And made my own file folder things for my file cabinet. Right. So I'm always flipping stuff because I don't have money like that to be spending on things that I feel as though I can do myself because I need to go somewhere else. So with that being said, I got to get up and dance for Kathy and Candace and Ruth and Cheryl and Jamie and Karen and Mark. Oh, Lord.
B.
It's a lot of people.
Michelle says, B, you're getting Cash App for Daphne's flip.
For Daphne, I see that. I see everybody's like, this is for Daphne's flip. This is for Daphne's flip. I'm bringing Daphne on because Daphne, this is for your flip. And somebody said, I want my, Mark said something smart. Oh, that's what he said. He want his free Miss Cleo reading.
You got to give him one. Sorry.
Let me give him one real quick.
Say, call me now for your free reading in your Jamaican.
Mark, I see that in the near future, you are going to be watching ads. You're going to be watching the ads because you are going to run out of money and you need to be flat. That is what I see in your near future. That is what I see. Mark gonna run out of money. Mark.
Thank you.
It up. Thank you, Mark. He is being so generous for Daphne's flip. So
thank you.
Ads. See, that's that Lunel money.
We've got a new segment. You know what it's called? You know what it's called?
What it's called?
Ask Miss Bio.
No, we don't, Chris. You're gonna blow my high with that. That's gonna blow my high right there. Let me get on up and do my dance. Oh, this is Daphne's flip. Oh, this house gonna go down at Daphne's house. Oh, this house gonna go down at Daphne's. Oh, we partying at Daphne's. We got all the fun. Oh, that's less work for me to do. What?
Look at those moves. Look how loose that knee is.
We partying at Daphne's. I'm gonna be directing. I'll be like, oh, you do that.
Daphne, I hope you're ready.
You do this. I'm gonna have the music pumping. We're gonna play this song so it won't have to get edited out. We're gonna play this. And I'll be like, oh, you do that. You do this. You paint that. You get this. Oh, you got it. That's all.
What a run.
Oh, that's how we're gonna do it at Daphne.
Incredible.
She's gonna have a lot of help. We already got people volunteering. She got them big sons. She got family coming up, so it's going to be great because she has high ceilings and a lot of beams, and it's a big room, but we're going to knock it out. Because you know how I know how to plan it all out.
You're a planner.
That's how I do it, and I'm so looking forward to this. And it'll just be so great to just be down there with her. So, shout out to Daph. Shout out to Daph. Oh, you know, I'm going to be dancing all night. I still got to dance for Divina. Michelle Baker. Oh. And you know what? I got to make sure I get, it's a couple gifts I left out because I forgot to, the first gift I got. Remember when I got to Clarksville and Michelle's sister gave me the purse?
Sure.
Yeah, I forgot to take a picture and show that. So I'm doing like a little archive. As I get gifts, I've been taking pictures of them and archiving them. So when I do my year end, be out next year, I will have to go back. Oh, I forgot, and I couldn't find, and I looked, and I spent a week. I'm learning how to be more streamlined. So, anyway, let me go on to show I want to show people how I've been doing these flips since I've got to Philadelphia. I mean, this is all I do. So the funny thing is, I'm doing a throwback to my first house on Nelson Street. I got that house because my maiden name is Nelson. I was like, oh, it must be a blessing. But it was not. It was a mess. And I worked on it the best that I could. And so the funny thing is I'm going to be showing these photos of how I flipped. Because these were some of the photos that I used to try to get the job on, what was that show here by Band Production with Paige on it. And they used to flip the room. Oh, it's going to come to me. And the two neighbors would swap and they would flip a room. And I auditioned for that show. The production is here in Philly. And the girl that got her name was Paige. Oh, God. It's going to come to me. But anyway, these were photos and stuff that I put together.
Okay.
To try to get this. So this is from 94 and 97. I took photos of this. So don't pay attention to the people in the picture. I want you to pay attention to the table.
Well then.
Because it's a hack from IKEA. I went to IKEA, I saw it, and I was like, I ain't paying for that whole table. I bought the leg, and I went to Home Depot, had the wood cut, and made my own table.
I'm told it's trading spaces.
Trading spaces, that's it. I
auditioned
for that show using the photos and stuff.
Brittany and CB.
So that was in 94. So in 97, 96, when I got this house, you see the kitchen, you see the holes in the ceiling. I did that on purpose because I wanted to see how high the ceilings were. I don't know why they
Wow.
dropped them. That was like drywall in the ceiling. It was really low. Like I'm 5'3", and that ceiling had to be like 6'6". So it wasn't a lot of space. I don't know why they dropped it. So I banged the holes in there so I could see, and I never fixed it until I fixed it. But this is what it used to look like just ugly. So I did the best that I could. And I was like, I gotta do something in this kitchen. So you see, I brought the table with me, and there were like cabinets above the table, which was really awkward because they were low. And I was like, I'm just doing the best that I can. And then you see, it was like two little cabinets over there on the other wall, and that brown stove.
There's a tuna. There's a tuna can in the corner you've still got in your basement today.
What tuna can? Oh, you
So-
funny.
Go ahead.
I ain't talk to your ass, Chris. That's real tape. So as you can see, that's the kitchen. The next room is the dining room. Then it's the living room, and then the front door. So it's like one of them, like a row house, just ugly. I was like, I got to do something with this. So this was right before my nephews came to visit. I decided to gut it out and do it myself. So that's me putting up. I raised the ceilings on the slant that it was built on. I was putting up the drywall. It was a white girl lived across the street that was an electrician. I had her come over there and take the wires down, all of that stuff, unhook the stove so that I could do what I needed to do. So I put up the drywall. So as you can see, it's on an angle, and it's in pieces because I put shit up in how I can carry it.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to.
Yes, that's right. How I can do it. I put a frame around the window. I was doing all of this. It's actually a burgundy color. And I painted it burgundy. I was like, I got to get this together because it looked a mess. And I spray painted the stove white with like a high heat paint.
Wow.
I ain't got money spent on the stove. I did all that. Spray painted the radiator, framed the window, put down a new floor. It was white. And I still had my same table, but as you can see, I pulled it together. I framed around that window.
Wow. Yeah.
I was like, I can't live like this. I feel
No.
like I can do things myself. So I just did it. So yeah, that's how it turned out. And I decorated more, but I actually moved the white cabinets over by the stove, and I threw those yellow ones away, and I left that wall blank, just like that. Because when you walked in there wasn't a lot of space, and those cabinets were right there. You could smack your head on them. Really?
Right.
So I put my same table back up and did that all by myself on Nelson Street. And I had to get it done before my nephews came to visit.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
The calendar that I had that calendar with the lady that takes the babies, and it looks like they're in the roses and in the pictures. Have you ever seen that series? It's a wonderful series.
Maybe. I don't remember.
All
But
of these infants, and she's a renowned artist. And I bought her calendar, and then I just loved it. So I just framed the pictures. There's just all of these little newborns, and they look like they're born inside of the flowers.
oh, okay. I remember those in like Walden books or something.
Yeah, so it's old school. That's from 97. That's why I said it's from 1997. So I wanted to do a little throwback and let people see that I'm always working on this. I've been doing this for me, for other people, and just...
Ann Geddes.
Yes.
Is that her? Ann Geddes?
Who is Ann Geddes?
That's the photographer.
Oh, yeah, Ann Geddes. That's the photographer, yes. You know what? For some reason, I thought you said Ann Geddes, and then you said Ann. Yes, Ann Geddes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love her. So I bought her calendar because I couldn't afford the book, but I framed the pictures, and I used them in my kitchen. So that was on Nelson Street.
A pro since day one.
Thank you, Chris. So with that being said, let me go ahead. You know what? We had an Irks and Works. I lost it. It's so funny because I thought I was going to print it out. It came in on the email from a Picasso. I forgot who sent it. And then when I went to go look for it today, I don't know where it went. And I'm all over the place. So
You could recheck your email.
I was checking the email. I looked everywhere for it, even searched for the word Irks and Works. And I forgot who sent it to me. And I think it had something to do with the grocery store, like being irked by people that are in the grocery store cart line and how they are like not spaced out.
No, that was last week.
That was last week. I forgot. It was a new one. It was a
Well,
new one.
if you got an Irks and Works, let us know.
I do have a Ask Chris Deasy for you.
Hey, I like this segment. It's a good one. Everybody at home enjoys it.
While I'm going to dance for Devonna and Brenda and Irina and Michelle Baker, let's go and get the Ask Chris Deasy ready.
Tanya's having a good time. Bobby V's having a good time. Everybody did. A bunch of people said and Getty's as well. Shout out to Tanya. Shout out to Bobby V. She's dancing. It's for Cash Apps. It's for Ask Chris Deasy. I don't dance. B dances for you. Take it away, B. What's this called?
Jacob, he coming to the party. He coming to the party. He coming to the party.
There she goes. B's ready.
Giddy Jane.
Oh my gosh.
Giddy Jane, Giddy Jane, Giddy Jane.
You are going to be tired tomorrow. You've been dancing. Everybody's throwing into the funds.
I'm going to go worn, and then I'm going to the gym in the morning with Dennis.
Good for you.
Oh, I am going to be worn out, yes. You know, I got to get my Barbados body ready. I got to get my Barbados
I
body
thought
ready.
you stay ready.
Do I, Chris?
Yeah, you do.
People say that. I try to. Because I can't afford to be sick. You know, everything always goes back to the dollar. My point is,
You frugal flip your health.
that's right. If you take
I
care of
love it.
yourself, you ain't got to worry about that. You
Yeah.
start throwing concoctions together like turmeric and ginger. You drink it.
Taking
You're
apples off of neighbors' trees. You're good.
There you go. Thank God for my cousin Jan that be bringing all the stuff down here from the food bank, all the whole food stuff that they don't even know what it is. She brought some stuff down here today. I don't even know what the hell it is. Brought me some wheatgrass, fresh wheatgrass. You know how much that costs?
A lot.
Thank you. She's like, I don't even know what the hell to do with it. It still had the root on it.
Who was
I
it?
said, I'm going to be mixing it up in my blender tomorrow.
Was it Ali Sadiq that had the joke about, he's like, I've been eating kale since I was a child, and all you white people started eating kale, and now it's expensive.
And now it's expensive. It's so true. It ain't nothing but greens. So you ready for the Ask Chris Deasy?
Yes, let's do it. We've got a few in the comments too. So what's the anchor? Ask Chris Deasy.
Oh, courtesy of B Squared. Can you name 5 R&B groups from the 90s? 5 female R&B groups
Oh,
from the
female groups.
Female
This is getting
R&B
really
groups.
specific.
90s. From the 90s. She put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She got 8 on here.
5, and they have to be female.
Female R&B groups from the 90s. I'm gonna give you
I mean,
one.
are you calling TLC R&B?
Yes. So that was on the list. So you got 1. Go, Chris.
Okay, and they have to be groups,
Groups.
and it would be the 90s. Okay, I'm gonna think through this because I can get this. I know I can.
You know you're supposed to look at the format sheet early, so you can already have it on the time.
No, I always come in. I keep it real.
Don't ever look. You keep,
I
it,
keep
real.
it real.
That's what I like about you, Chris. You do keep it real. You like the surprise. You like the element of surprise.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so you have 5 R&B groups from the 90s, though, and then I'm trying to think. I'm going back to this. This is bad.
Put your head on one of them timers with the hourglass.
Yeah. I need
All right, let me
that.
see one.
This is
Brownstone. Do you
who?
remember the Brownstone?
Nope.
They only had 1 song,
Okay.
maybe 2, but I used to love that song.
Yeah.
What was it? They were great at harmonizing too. I can't think.
Oh, this is embarrassing. I'm not even looking at the live chat. I bet it's going off.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you some because you're on the timer, Chris. I'm looking at the clock.
I'm really struggling.
In Vogue.
Okay, In Vogue. That I should have had that.
Okay, so now if you think along those lines,
I keep thinking of people from the 2000s, and then I'm thinking like, okay, what was on TV? Who was singing? And I'm blanking. No, the answer is no. I can't.
was Destiny's Child in the 90s?
No, I was gonna say that, but they didn't blow.
Okay.
Here's how I know when they blew up. They blew up in 2000. I guess maybe you could say they started in 99, but they played Farmington, Missouri. They had to honor a contract. They won a Grammy and then had to play the Farmington Civic Center after they got popular. It was I played a sectional basketball game in front of 2,000 people in our gym, and we had Beyonce banners in our because it was an upcoming show, and I'll never forget the rival school chanting "Beyonce sucks" because it looked like we were like supporting Destiny's Child. It was the funniest, most random thing ever. I'd love to ask them about that sometime, like why they had to honor that.
Okay, well, Chris, have you heard of SWV?
It sounds familiar, but I would have not been able to name it.
Escape.
Now, would I know these songs?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. Escape.
Now, I could have done it if you would have said men's groups and stuff. Like, I knew one hit wonders like Next. That was like 1997.
Okay, so I'll give it to you because, like you said, you may not have listened to a lot of female.
Not women's, no. And then would you? What's Tony or Tony? What would that be?
That's 90s, like R&B.
Early 90s.
Yeah, that's when In Vogue was out.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
Okay,
well,
so all right, we got a few. Yeah, sorry, yeah. Tanya says Chris would know the songs, not the artist. Yeah, probably so.
Okay, so let's get an Escape song. Somebody better name one in the comments.
I'm sure they have here. Let me.
That kind of, I would listen to trap music.
Lakeisha thinks I might be too young. I might be, because you have to think. True. I'm 38, so in the 90s, I was 6 years old.
Yeah, you're right.
I was 6 years old but I was into music. But you only listen to like your one thing. I was listening to like a lot of rock music and stuff when I was a little kid. Yeah.
We have to keep that in mind. So let's keep that in mind.
Keep it in mind. That was a good one though. I got stumped.
But you did get TLC.
Here, we've got Thick Vegan Afro saying understanding. Missy Shoe says allure. Heaven Sent says just kicking. Look into thine eyes says changing faces.
You is understanding.
CB says, nah, I'm younger than Chris and I know all these groups. Yeah. I would argue you weren't riding horses in a in a rural area. It wasn't on my docket. I mean, I kept up with plenty of groups, but yeah, that would be the one group I would not.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Did we get anybody?
Kimberly Keel's too funny.
What Kimberly say?
She just says, we get that you're so young, Chris Deasy. I'm not bragging about being 38, that's for sure. As Key rolls her eyes through her skull.
Do you remember the group Arrested Development?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is going to seem funny. Okay, so new Two Funny Mamas this week. I will just say there's an Arrested Development moment on it. There you go. Very random. Very random. Kym and Sherri are back this week, by the way.
That's what's up.
Joy says Chris was sheltered for black folks music. No, I was. I literally had a Whitney Houston CD.
Oh, now wait a minute. Did you say? I don't know. I'm kind of wishy-washy about Whitney Houston because she was so poppy.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't even know. She was R&B, but she was.
But you got to think
worldly, like Cher. So
okay, true. But then it was
R&B soul.
I did not listen to hip hop radio. So at the time, whenever I would have started getting into stuff, it would have been like classic stuff or whatever was on MTV would have been I knew every word to Bone Thugs and Harmony, Crossroads when I was, 11.
Meet me at the crossroads.
Mm-hmm. So whatever would have made it to MTV would have been filtered in. Yeah.
Well, there, Chris, you have it. Another tight show.
So tight. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, too many questions.
Figure out if anybody had any suggestions for what we should do for the 60th, like how I should have them enter a contest or do something. Mm-hmm. I got to get a feature. I got to pick somebody to be on. Had a whole hour of fame and be up on the little clips that we show on YouTube instead of Chris.
Go to Instagram. Do this. To go to Instagram if you haven't yet. Go to B's clip, and I pinned it in the live chat. The live chat's there. We call it B's History of Soul Train. Share it to your story or copy it. Let's try and blow it up. It'll be funny. How great would that be? It's so funny to see that.
It is funny, Chris.
I gotta say something. This is hilarious. Saslaya says Chris and I are the same age. I was singing Escape in a 4th grade talent show. Okay, so my version of that was I'm really bragging a lot tonight. I was in a certain type of class that the smart kids got to go to, and we would do March's Music Month. I was the little shithead who was like the aggressive kid among the intellectuals, and I'd bring a basketball and want to listen to AC/DC when I was like 9. So like that was my version of like listening to adult music. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, okay, got it.
You're supposed to be listening to AC/DC at 9.
I don't know. My parents had me young, so I got to I got to listen to young parents' music. So yeah, so we worked all that in. But no, one other thing. Thick vegan afro hit me hard. My response with the Whitney Houston CD, they said saying you had a Whitney Houston CD is like saying I have a black friend. Damn.
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
Yes. That's why I said Whitney Houston. Everybody loves Whitney Houston, but we don't put her in that class of like the R&B soul singers.
True. Yeah, true.
Because she was, like I said, she's Cher. She's on the whole. She's Whitney Houston. She's like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
I get it.
They like to have their own fucking genre of music. They are a genre in and of themselves, like Stevie Wonder. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like people, but fall into, like if you think of like classic R&B, you think like Roberta Flack and stuff like that, and I mean people like that, and some other like Anita Baker. When you think classic soul singers, you would not say Whitney Houston.
No, I get it.
Like, she hit it on the nail when she said that's like saying, "Oh, I have a black friend."
That's good. And now I'm being accused of listening to Criss Cross. I did like that song. I think everybody liked that song.
I love Criss Cross. Jump was the jam.
That was a big.
You should know better. Criss Cross ain't coming off whack.
Daddy Mac will make you.
Jump. Criss Cross will make you.
Let's shout out to my friend Adam. He was my buddy Adam got he was a white kid who lived next door. He got the shorts, overalls, and wore them backwards.
That's one thing about hip hop. It crossed cultures. Hip hop is all over the world.
Yeah.
That's just what we do. That's one thing black people always contribute to the world.
Oh, I talk about it all the time.
Yeah. I put it in us.
BET, Nelly, this is like a weird thing because I was 14 or 15, right? And Nelly came out and there's a Rams jersey and Cardinals jerseys in a video. And I'm like, what am I seeing right now? Like, this is incredible. But you think about the reach that had or that other music had through MTV, and it hit all over the place. So pretty wild.
Yes, and so was this show. Let me show my flyers. Oh, I wish people could come to the Orlando show. But like I said, I'll probably take Taina with me and Shantae. If they are coming, they're going to have to come with me. Because they did say the place is smaller and it's sold out. But like I said, I don't even know where I'm performing at. I just got my flight. I know where I'm staying. And I'll know tomorrow. But Atlanta is going to be off the chain. And next week, we're in Kalamazoo and in Detroit. And then we end in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. So, like I said, whenever I post these flyers, remember to scan the code. The shows are free. And it's dope because I like how they give out the popcorn. When if you walk in, they give you a little ticket. You go get your popcorn and a free drink.
Very nice.
Can't beat it. Yes, it was really nice. It was very empowering. And it wasn't corny. It wasn't like, people think, oh, they're going to be talking about voting. Yes, we talking about voting because it's important. You need to do that. But we're having fun. We're doing it. And the comedy shows are off the chain. Off the chain.
You are. I'm excited. Yeah. Let's see your flyers. I'll read them for you. Again, Power of the Ballot. Go see him in Atlanta. Atlanta's where it's at. Again, I'll just remind everybody, Michelle, the Indie Mama Comedy, is hosting. B-Phlat, Aaron Jackson, and our dear friend Vanessa Fraction. Other special guests like Kim Coles showed up in Cleveland. Make it happen. Get the ticket. Hang out with B and have a good time.
Yes, I posted that, so make sure you scan. I'm gonna post it again.
Mm-hmm.
Scan, get in free. And these are all the other places that we're gonna come. Like I said, we're ending this right before the primaries. Primaries are important. Get out and vote, or mail your ballot in if you haven't gotten it in. But yes, please do this and come out if you're in the area or can get to the area or know somebody in the area. Scan it for them. Hell, sign them
Do
up
it.
and tell them to come to the show. Like I said, these shows are free and they be packed. And I just love that it's
So much
it's
energy.
Yes, a lot of women organizations, just people hitting the pavement and getting out. They had a rally the next day in Cleveland, and it was like, "Are you coming to the rally?" I was like, "Nope, I'm flying home. I'm tired." But I love how that they have things going on for the whole weekend regarding just fun stuff, activities for people to do. So I want
Love
people to, yeah.
Any other flyers for you? Yes, the Rutgers University Scarlet Night Sneaker Jam. Get your QR code down at the bottom. It's the best homecoming in New Jersey. That's the 22nd. B, you're going to be there. Lawrence Owens, Stacy Carver, buffet, vendors, auctions, party. Make it happen at the Embassy Suites Hotel.
And I want to wear my kicks that I got on, but I'm not, because if somebody step on them, I'm going to be so mad.
Yeah, you can't have that.
No, so I got to figure out. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get my sneaker gear together.
B, I have a surprise for you, and it's leading into something that's going to have to do with you eventually. But guess what we're kicking off November 3rd right here?
What are we kicking off November 3rd?
We, as in Midcoast Media, kicking off our comedy series. Check it out. It's the first it's Central Stage.
Oh, right. Central Stage.
Oh, it's November 3rd. We've got this date wrong, but we'll fix that. November 3rd, Central Stage. It's coming up. It's right around the corner. Precious J, if you remember, some great Too Funny Mamas fans helped her. She was in a really bad car accident last year, and everybody pitched in. I was so happy to see that. She's back. She's very funny. Will O'Donnell just won Funniest in St. Louis. Larry Green has won Funniest in St. Louis. Precious has as well. And then Ray Rowery's getting her start in comedy. She's an up-and-comer. So excited about this. Botanist is making it happen. B, this is going to be a weekly show. It's going to be a great room. It's just up the street from here. It's Central Stage. Tickets on MetroTix. And then I say that because we're working out dates to get you here and, building up a good room for a big-time comic to come to is a big part of that.
Working on my joke and toke. So it'll be, I might swing through when I come home. Hopefully.
Seriously, that's the point. We want it to be, we want it to be a good time that people like you want to stop in when they're around.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate it.
Beautiful.
And thank you for the offer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Chris.
Tight show.
I bid adieu, and I will see you next Tuesday, Lord willing. It's so great. I'm so grateful that I'm here every Tuesday, and I get to see you every Tuesday.
We love it. Yeah.
And so my fans, every Tuesday, they get to see this bright smile, no matter how tired I am or no matter what is going on. I'm here for the people.
You are.
I'm flipping for the people. I need a shirt to say that. Flipping for the folk. Yes, but yeah, I'm going to be posting the things that I'm going to show what we're going to make. I'm going to make mine first and show people why we need different cans. This project is going to be a little tricky. So when I put it out there, it's only going to be for people that have access to certain things, because I can't think of any other way that I could do it differently for people that live in like an apartment, have to nail shit to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But this is one of those, you can glue it to the wall, but if you want to be responsible for, when you move and having to fix it, that's on you. I'm just showing you a cute thing that I'm making for me, for two places in my household. And I want it to be a surprise, but I want it to be a group project.
Beautiful.
Yes. There you have it, Chris.
Never stop.
Shout out
next
to
week?
everybody. What'd you say?
You're back next week.
I am back next week. You know what? I'm putting my headset on so I can stop saying, huh? What'd you say?
I noticed that a little bit. It's all right.
That sounds like a soundtrack. Huh? What'd you say? Can you... What?
Dance them out, B.
Huh? What'd you say? I'm just kidding.
So good.
I got to dance out for Irina, Brenda, Michelle, Divana. Oh, Michelle. Why I can't hear my music?
You tell me. Key's got it going. There it is. Thanks to Key. Thanks to everybody for looking out. Love you all. We're back next week, 8 Central. Support B. Go to those live shows. And if you're in St. Louis, November 3rd, come out to our show as well. Thank you to everybody. See you next week.